What's going on, everybody? A little late start right now, but the market's getting ready to open here in a couple of seconds. Got 6 stocks on the watch list. Buys gapping up today. 3 stocks that I'm watching here at the open, though, are all gap downs. None of the ones that gapped up looked any good. Right now, this isn't moving at all. It doesn't look like this one's going to be doing anything in the near couple of seconds, so it looks like Kroger is going to be the play. Again, the volume is good. Just whenever I adjust it, it's always doing something. I got about 40, got about 60, definitely go for 500. If it wants to go, it's gonna go. Target will be 20 cents away. Stocks by watch list are all super low volume. Nothing's moving. I'm in. Really good move so far. Oh, come on. Big buyer is gone. More buyers. There's a lot of buyers down here. And it bounced from it twice too. That's not good. Doesn't matter, we're going. Alright, any pullback, I'll take half. Alright, took half. That was way too slow. Alright, if it gets back to my entry, I'll be out. Close enough. $50. That wasn't great. I should have clicked the button a lot earlier. This one should have been a 17. That one's fine, I guess. Could set up for an opening range play here. Yeah, I think I will. I'm going to put another order in. Down at 12, 9. Yeah, these big buyers are all stepping in, but they're all getting taken out relatively quickly whenever they're in there. You see all these big numbers. I don't really know. We're kind of far here. Yeah, I think I might have to let this one slide. $35 is a little tight. I really hate to just give it 30 cents on this one, take 400. I think I'm gonna have to. So I got about 30 cents of risk here. There's no way it'll go all the way. Well, it could. I don't know. I'm in again. I'd like to see it below the whole number. Market's rising, but all the market internals are dropping. It's kind of interesting. Big buyer. It's taken a while. Huh. Can't tell if there's a hidden buyer or what. It's gone now. I want to see it below 24. I think there's a hidden seller there at 8. I think if that 8 breaks, I need to get out. And it did. Alright. Out with the break even. That's fine. If it wanted to take off, it would take off. There's nothing but volume right now. I got 2 stocks. Well, I guess 3 with Kroger. There it goes. It's up for a view at bounce here if it gets up there. So far, Kroger's is the only thing that looks like it's worth anything. CLSD might be setting up for a bearish engulfing, but the problem is the volume. I could take it short about 75. It's the volume. I mean, unless I really see something. It doesn't look like it's going to do anything. Also had CI, but same situation with the volume. Kroger's just dropping, it's sitting in the low 70s. It doesn't look like I'm going to have any other trades at the moment, so I'll turn it back on if I see something. Watching CI here for a VWAP squeeze. It's kind of come up a little bit the past couple of 5-minute candles here. If it wants to close below it right now, maybe retest the moving averages. Probably want to take it long over the high of this candle here. Take it long about, I believe it was 60, yeah. So about 60. Risk is about 60, so yeah, I could probably take 150 shares on this. Risk of about 75 cents. SPY just made a big downturn though. Past minute here. If it wants to come back, I'll still take it, but it's not looking great right now. If it comes back. Okay, I'm looking at FNSR here. It's making a symmetrical triangle. It just recently failed to make a new low, and it looks like it's wanting to push a lot higher right now. SPY is also moving up. All the internal fangs are moving up. Everything's moving up here. So I'm thinking we could see at least high day with this. If it wants to make a move here, I'm trading this one off of the 5 minutes. So my stop loss is going to be below this bottom trend line here. If we end up closing anything below 40 really is where I'll be looking to get out. See the fives here. It's kind of bouncing around, making a hammer, and now it's looking like it's going to make another hammer here. It's making a move. If it reaches 70, I'm taking profits. Ooh, big seller there at 60. Yeah, we broke him. It's a pretty quick move there. That's a really fast move. I'm just going to take a little bit off of that one. I didn't expect it to move that quick, but I mean, if it's going to move that quick, then I had no problem taking some off. Take another. I need to check and see. I didn't think it was going to make a move that fast. Looks like the whole number, maybe 90s. What the heck happened there? Spy's still moving up, so I wouldn't be surprised to see this keep going. I'll definitely hold on to this one for a little bit longer, because the Spy is kind of grinding up right now. Fangs are grinding up, market internals are kind of moving up. So if the Spy wants to carry this one with it, I should hold on to this one a little bit longer. Definitely my problem early in the morning was holding on to these trades a little bit longer, because right now Kroger's sitting down at the low 23s, and I mean, I was out of that thing within a minute. At like, yeah, almost a whole point above it. It should definitely not break under 50. Oh man. There's got to be a bounce from that. That's a crazy pullback. You know, this is an area where I should look to add, because if it doesn't want to move lower and it wants to keep moving higher, there's no reason that I really couldn't add to this one, but it bounced a little bit quicker than I thought. A little too late. I guess I could add over a new high a day. I don't think I want to. I'm happy with my profits. I got small winners today, which kind of really does suck, but I don't want to push it too hard and, you know, end up giving it all back or something. Keep what I got. That really sucks too. I mean, the thing looked great to keep moving higher, but can't argue with the pattern, I guess. Now it's making a bearish engulfing. Might be a good short. I guess the Spy is topping out, but I don't know. Let's see if there's anything else. Okay, looks like I'm going to be done for the day. I'm not really seeing anything else setting up for anything, forming anything. I guess the only thing that might be happening is this ESRX. Might do something around VWAP. I'm not entirely sure, but for the most part, everything's just been really slow and grindy today. You know, nothing's really moving that much. I guess FNSR was the only thing that was really moving a lot, but I mean, it wasn't even on my watch list, and same with Dollar Tree here. But quick review of what I was doing today. Problem today, well, really just on one trade. I definitely exited way too early. So the first trade that I took was on Kroger, setting up for a perfect gap and go breakdown. So we got the green candle to start the day, and then I took a short right underneath. These trades are supposed to be fast. These trades I'm supposed to be in and out. I mean, it's a scalp. I mean, if I'm in these trades for 2 minutes, like, they would have to really be making a move for me to hold on to them that long. So I took my first partial at 23, and I ended up getting the rest out fairly close to break even. I definitely gave away a pretty good amount of profits on this one. I mean, half my shares, I only got 4 cents when I could have gotten, close to 20. I think this thing got down to, was at a low of 27, and I was in it for a little bit in this candle here. So I mean, it was down there to 13, and then whenever I clicked the button, I got filled at 23. So I mean, I missed out on a good, I don't know, another 10 cents. I mean, that's like $50. This should have been a $100 trade, and I only ended up at the time, I think it was like $56 or something. So definitely gave away a little bit too much. I think I was a little too slow, just taking a partial and taking the rest of it, really. The second trade that I took was the opening range breakdown on it. Now, this is the trade where I definitely took profits too early and just, didn't take any profits. I just exited the trade too early. The opening range breakout is based on the 5-minute candle. So whenever I take these opening range breakouts, I should at least be expecting to hold on to these things for more than a couple of minutes. You can see the battle of the algos in there. But it ended up breaking down. It didn't really make much of a move at all, and then it just popped back up against me. I said, forget it, I'm up $50. I'd want to keep my $50. But I mean, if I held on to it, for another couple of minutes or even 30 minutes, it gets down, it's like a full point move almost, or it is a full point move. I mean, I only ended up losing 2 cents on 400 shares, so it's an $8 loser plus commission, so it's not that big of a deal. But what I really should have done is, because my risk on this one was, let's see, I entered in at 11 with 400, so my risk was somewhere close to VWAP, so I was risking about 25 cents on it. I mean, I obviously never even came close. If I had just held on to see what kind of range it was putting in, I didn't know if it was gonna super squeeze against me or nothing. I think, what the heck is going on? I just lost one of my windows. What just happened? Well, I tried to bring the SPY down. That was weird. I don't know what happened. But the SPY at the time was kind of popping up, and it was making me a little nervous because, I had a green day and everything. So I think that's what probably, shook me out of the trade. But I mean, 5 cents against me really isn't that big of a deal. I mean, if any case, I should have been able to, whenever I put these trades on, I always tell myself I have to be okay with a $100 loser on it. But I mean, I wasn't even okay with a $10 loser on this one. And I mean, I just got out too early. That's just really all there is to it. I just didn't have any patience for it, really. And the last trade that I took was on FNSR. Pretty nice symmetrical triangle bear flag or bull flag breakout. It moved a lot quicker than I would. I wanted to take it on the 5s. My risk was, let's see, I took 750 shares, so my risk was about 15 cents. So it was about 40. I probably could have taken 1,000 on it, because I knew I put my order in at 55, and then the moving averages at the time were, around 45. So I probably could have gotten away with taking 1,000 on it, but because it was on the 5-minute, and if it wanted to, keep consolidating a little bit more, and it was kind of, if this wasn't going to be a true breakout, I still wanted to be able to hold on to it. But I mean, it ended up making a move really quickly. I took half up at 67 because I did not expect it to reach, within pennies of my profit target within the first, 30 seconds or about, maybe a minute. But I took some into some strength, took another partial as it got above 70 and pulled back a little bit. I think the high was about 72 for the bid on me. And then I ended up exiting the rest. I told myself, it was a really good breakout, but it turned around really hard. you know, it found a bottom at 48, and I said, okay, well, if it's going to break 48, then I might as well just get out. So then I just kept grinding lower and lower and never made a new high again. So that was just the end of that trade. So, I mean, today was just small winners on the first trade, small winner on the second trade, or the third trade. And then the second trade really should have been a good winner, but I just exited too early. So definitely got a lot to write about in my daily report card. Got to fill out my stats. Been experimenting with new strategies since last night, and definitely getting more data on those. Got to keep doing the same there. I don't know, up $100. Not a terrible day, but definitely not the greatest day either. Either should have been probably a $200 day, maybe even a little bit more. But I'll take it. Up $100. Nothing bad about that. And I'll just be back tomorrow, ready to trade.